Perfect. So Jackie Zychowka, Presidential Diamond Leader, here to do our weekly Zoom call with the team. I'm really excited to see everybody. So how's everybody's week going? I think that the summer's finally getting a little bit closer. I think people are getting a little bit more ready for bathing suit season. Thank goodness. I can't wait for the sun to come out. It has been a little bit cloudy here. It hasn't been as nice as I'd like it to be, but the sun is coming out a little bit more and things are coming together. So that is really great. So you guys know how I like to get started on our calls. I'd love to hear from you guys and have you guys have a chance to share. So who has something exciting that they want to share with the group today?
I do, Jackie.
Awesome. Okay, go for it.
So I just signed up my 6th loyal customer for this month. I am now working on a 7th, and I have probably about 3 more to go.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
That'll put me at 10 for this month if I can get them all going.
That's perfect. Okay, so how are you doing that? What's your secret?
Just, watching everybody else post. Like I have Candace on my Facebook and Karen, and just watching their posts and kind of like copycatting but modifying into my own words and stuff. And then I also have an ad that was approved by an admin in a local Winnipeg group called Penny Pinchers. So that's where I've gotten a few, and just keep, just continuously like having posts on my Facebook all day long, every day, switching it up a little bit and stuff like that. And it's just, been going. So
perfect. I do have to mention that we have to be careful with any sort of buy and sell pages. We're not supposed to be in them. So just make sure you're going through and you're reading the policies and procedures, and you're making sure that you're compliant with everything, because even if they approve it, you want to make sure that head office does as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good idea to know that ahead of time, because lots of times people will post and they're not knowing, and then they end up getting reported and stuff like that, or you'll have a distributor messaging you, just letting you know. So it's better that we talk about it on these calls instead of you finding out another way that.
Yeah, no, I definitely went through the admin first of that page and made sure that and went through all the rules and stuff, made sure I was good to go. So.
Yeah, it works that has it that doesn't allow us to post in them though. Otherwise they build with us.
Okay.
Yeah. So depending on how you're promoting it though, like if you're, let's say for instance, you have an event coming up, you can promote an event and say that, that you're going to have products available and stuff like that. But when it comes to promoting our products in there directly, like, buy your wraps at a discount through me kind of thing, that part is completely forbidden and it's not allowed. So just, it's a great, I'm glad you brought it up. It's really important, because a lot of people, when they're new, they just don't know that yet. And I know that when I first got started, that was like one of the first thoughts in my head too, was like, oh good, I can go on Kijiji. And then I found out really quickly that that was not allowed. So we can talk more about that after if you have questions. But it's when it comes to any sort of advertising, you want to go through head office to make sure it's approved.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. I love that you're looking for new opportunities though. That's completely brilliant. And you can tell that your business is growing based on the fact that you are like, you're looking for opportunities. You're looking for options to like spread the word and share your business. And that is perfect. So I want to give you big kudos and a shout out for that.
Thank you.
Awesome. We're so excited for you. And you're just killing it with the loyal customers. That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm going to beat your 10. I'm going to beat it.
Do it.
I will.
Cool. Anybody have any other wins they want to share for this week or something that they have coming up? Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I am excited for this weekend because I have signed up for a course that I've been wanting to take for a while. So I'm super excited that Wrap Cash completely paid for that course. So that's a win for the week. And also I have a lunch party coming up for one of my girls on Sunday, and I'm super excited about that because she has managed to sign up 8 loyal customers already, even before her lunch party. So she's rocking it, and I'm super excited to go and do her lunch party on Sunday.
That's amazing. And she lives in Winnipeg?
No, she lives in the country and she actually doesn't even have Wi-Fi at her house, and she drives to get in Wi-Fi range to post and listen to calls and stuff. So she's like super committed and I'm so proud of her.
That's amazing. Wow.
Mhm.
It's so nice that when people come in and they're driven and they don't let anything get in their way. So whether they don't have Wi-Fi or maybe they don't have that many friends, because that's always like one of the excuses that people say, I don't know anybody. We all say that, even though we have like, we all do, obviously. But I love hearing how people get through things that sometimes stop other people. And so that's really, really cool. I love that you shared that.
Thank you.
I can't wait to have her on the call and so that she can share her wins too, because that's humongous.
It is. It's great.
Cool. Excellent. Thank you. Anybody else want to share? You want to share? Sorry. The dog finally woke up. Does anybody else have anything they want to share this week? Maybe a customer, somebody they connected with, somebody on their chicken list, maybe just writing out your goals, working on your vision board, maybe listening to one of the calls and having an aha moment. Like, it's all wins, you guys. Like, you have no idea. Sometimes the smallest little things that can happen in your business are going to have the biggest impact out of everything. So if there's something that you want to share, this is your opportunity to do so. And we all want to hear from you.
I'm excited.
Go for it. Tell us.
So I had a girl, we were talking back and forth. She was actually in our team page. It was back in December. And she messaged me yesterday and said, okay, girl, I'm finally ready. And she's joining tonight. So that's exciting.
Yay.
Yeah. And then I had another girl come out of the woodwork, so I hadn't even really connected with yet on Facebook. And she's joining tomorrow morning. So I was like, whoa, everyone's coming at once. So that was exciting.
It kind of feels like it happens like that. I like that you said that, because I feel like, and like anyone else can agree with this or tell me you have a different experience, but like, how many times do you guys feel like you work, and you're not getting your results, and all of a sudden, boom, you have these little mini explosions in your business, and then everything kind of happens at once, right? Yeah, I know. Yeah, me too. That totally happens for me a lot. So yeah, I love that. That's a good one. Jessica, we're so excited for you. We can't wait till we get to meet your new distributors on our weekly Zoom calls.
Thank you. And just a heads up, if I can't be on, my phone's only at 5% and we're on a walk at Grandma's house. So if I ditch out, that's why my phone died.
Okay. Well, they're always recorded. You can always check them later if you need to. And but thank you for sharing. I'm glad you got on in the beginning of the call. That's really cool.
Okay. Thanks.
Anybody else want to share? I know that you guys, I know there's some really good growth happening in the teams here and stuff like that. So you guys don't be shy.
I'll talk.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm excited. I'm going to see Robin and her team in a couple days. And
where are they?
Things lined up. Well, I'm flying into Chicago on Friday, and I'm going to be there. And we're going to leave there Friday night. We're doing a party Friday night, and then Saturday we're driving back to Friday night after. So super late. Robin and I are we're going to have a party on the way back, right, Robin? We're driving. It's about 3 hours back to Robin's. And all day Saturday, we have a whole bunch of great things going on. And then Sunday, we're doing a bunch of parties. And then Monday, I fly back. So I'm super excited to meet a bunch of the girls down there. And yeah, I'm really excited.
That sounds fun.
A bunch of One Team, One Mission set up and a bunch more coming up. So yeah, we're excited.
You have one in Winnipeg that's coming up too. Do you want to maybe share a little bit about that one?
Yes, it is on, is it the 6th or the 7th? You guys, my brain doesn't work some days. The 6th. So May 6th. Tan's coming in. She's coming in, and a bunch of the girls are coming in. And everybody's invited. Bring as many people as you want. I'm really excited for it. Actually, I just got in the mail from corporate today my One Team, One Mission, like little package. And yeah, I'm excited. I did one in the fall. With 2 other presidential diamonds, and it was really fun. So, I know Carol Ann has one the end of May that I'm going to.
When is yours? Let's focus on One Team, One Missions for a minute, because I'm so glad you brought that up, Tanis, because we need to know what they are, what they're for, how they work, and the whole purpose of them. So, May 6th in Winnipeg. Carol Ann, when is yours?
May 20.
May 20th, where?
Montreal.
Yes, we're gonna have a French
Canada.
One Team One Mission.
Yeah, it's in French, so I know that. Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
in
speaking.
French. Sorry.
Don't apologize ever for being French. That is really awesome. Your French team is blowing up. Own it. Be proud.
We rock. Just kidding.
Yeah, we are expecting 500%.
What? Wow,
Yeah,
that's
250.
crazy.
250 potential will be there.
That's awesome. Wow. So
Crazy.
you guys, the way you want, if you don't know, if you're on the call and you don't know what a One Team One Mission is, or maybe you've been in the team for a while and you really have never had it explained to you, One Team One Missions are designed to help for like leaders to help you grow your team. So for instance, Tanis is having one in Winnipeg. So what you would do if you lived in Winnipeg is you would go to the One Team One Mission and you would bring everybody you know. So all your guests, all your friends, right? Like you want to bring anybody that you think might be interested in the business, maybe even just your spouse so they see what you're doing and they can hear it from someone else. Like there is so much power in having a third party explain the business to people that you guys, I can't tell you how important it is. Like my entire business is based on being someone else's third party. And that's something else we can talk a little bit more on this call too. But like the idea of a One Team One Mission, it's all about your guests. It's all about helping you grow your team. So these girls are, getting on stage. They're going to tell their stories. They're going to tell you, or they're going to read from the party pad and explain how that works. They're going to talk a little bit about the products. You're going to hear some testimonies about the products and different things like that people need to hear. And you can hear their success stories as well. And you can see from these people who are making this incredible money so that you can show other people, look, these people are real. Like, because I know that the first time I went to a meeting, I remember feeling terrified. I went by myself. I didn't know anybody except for my friend who was speaking at it. And I remember sitting there and looking around and just being really afraid, really, because anytime we do anything by ourselves, it can be a little bit scary. But I also remember feeling really excited. Like I remember I just had so much excitement inside of me. Like I was like, oh my gosh, like this is really cool. It's so incredible. And I just remember the feeling I had. And so never forget how you feel the first time you went to an event. And that's what you're trying to give to your guests. That's what you're trying to share with other people so that they can feel what you feel. And that sparks people's fires. Like that's when people go from, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure about it too. Maybe I can do this. Maybe this will work for me. Maybe I can see myself doing what these people do. And it changes everything. So, you guys, that is so awesome that you guys are having those One Team One Missions, because it's not just about you guys. It helps grow the entire company, right? Like people from other teams get to come. Like Tana said, she did her One Team One Mission with 2 other presidential leaders from Canada that weren't on her team. They're sidelines and they're all helping each other. They're all supporting each other. And so Tanis is going to bring her contacts and they're going to hear from other leaders as well. And so everybody helps everybody. And that's why we call ourselves a family, is because everybody's always reaching out and helping other people and doing what they can for them. So it's a beautiful thing. So you want to get your contacts to these One Team One Missions. And even if you can't be there, I know that like Caroline is out in Montreal and she is very open and welcoming anybody from the team that wants to invite their guests. So even if you're not there, so where's Marianne? Marianne's on the call. So you can invite your guests to go to this One Team One Mission on your behalf, and she's going to make sure that she shares with them her story, who she is, what she's created. That person's going to come back and go, oh my God, Marianne, it's so exciting. I didn't understand what you had your hands on. I'm ready to join your team now. I get it. And that's really what your goal is. And so, does anyone have any questions about One Team One Missions and how they work? Do we all know? Am I all telling you guys stuff that you already know? Am I boring you?
What I like about it is that you don't actually have to physically be there. So I know a whole bunch of people that live in Montreal, but I can't speak French. So the fact that there's someone going to Montreal to do it in their language is perfect, because they know that I don't have to speak English. I don't have to live in Winnipeg or Nova Scotia or Kelowna. I can still be successful in this business.
100%, Karen, you nailed it. I love that. 100%. Okay, cool. I love that. So we all know what One Team Missions are for. We're all going to make our best effort to get on the phone and go through our chicken list. And yes, I said get on the phone because everyone's like, what does that mean? You mean text message people? No, I mean actually talking to people and having a real conversation so that they understand what you're sending them to. And you're not going to explain everything to them. You're just going to say, hey, this is what I'm doing and this is what I'm really excited about. And I think that you might be really good at it and you might enjoy it as much as I do. And if you want to see what it is, you know what, this is where it is, and this is when you want to be there. It's free for guests. Distributors, I'm not sure what you guys, how much it is per person for distributor, but you also get a receipt with that. It's a tax write-off because it's a part of your business. This is just what we do when we're in business is we spend our money smart, and we also get these beautiful tax breaks because of it. So you want to, like I said, you want to make sure you're sharing these events with your people. So One Team of Missions are how we build our team and how we build our business. And I just want to like touch a little bit on the fact that like the power of the third party and the power of what that can do for people. And I know you guys have heard me say this before, but there's always new people on the call. And I want to just express the importance of having other people share their experience, their story in the business with people who are especially really close to you. So let's say you're trying to introduce this business to your sister or your best friend or your cousin or somebody like that, and you've known them for a really long time. Your goal should be to get them in front of somebody else. They're going to sign up with you anyways, right? They're never going to sign up with anyone else. They're your best friend or your sister or something like that. But what you want is them to hear someone else's story. Because the reality of it is that people, we really don't, and it has nothing to do with anybody personally. It's kind of more to do with psychology. It's just the way the world works, just the way human beings work, is that they're more likely to listen to a stranger than they are to listen to you about certain things. And so, for instance, and this is Eric Worre teaches this, he basically says that if you come and talk to my mom, she's going to listen to like 90% of what you say. But if I say the same thing to my mom, she's going to listen to about 10% of it. You know what I mean? So you want to get your leads, your especially your close ones, in front of somebody else so that they can hear somebody else's story. And I want to explain to you guys how powerful this is, because I've built my entire business on being somebody else's third party. That's why I love doing the home parties and I love launching other people's business. But like, you got to remember, we built a diamond in 9 days. Barb put me in front of every single person she could find. And that's how we did that. You know what I mean? Like there was a couple of people that I brought in, but mostly she put me in front of her guests, in front of her contacts, in front of her leads that she had been already working on for years, just building her own network. And so it shows you the power of what can be done when you can have somebody else share on your behalf. Yeah. Chelsea, are you going to Winnipeg? Where's Chelsea? Where are you?
Hi. I am actually hosting an event that weekend that I just booked. So I'm going to be hosting a large networking event at our mall. For like a before Mother's Day thing. So yeah, I guess it usually brings about like 400 or 500 moms. So wow. It's going to be a really large event. And I just found out about that a couple days ago. So yeah. And then looking to host my Odom in July, 14th or 15th in Pensacola on the beach. So
wow. I want to go to that one.
Come on down. Yeah. So we're looking into the 14th or 15th for that. So it should be really good. Really excited.
Cool. Wow. That's so fun. I wish flights were cheaper. I wish we could fly around for a couple $100 instead of like $600.
I know.
One day. I just keep hoping. One day.
We should just get a plane and share it.
We should just get a helicopter then if we're doing that.
Cindy, let's put that on our dream board.
Yeah, no doubt.
A plane
on the vision board.
Just for Jackie's team.
Yeah. I'd be cool with that. That's awesome. I love that. Do you guys does anyone have any questions about One Team of Missions, the power of the third party? If there's, understanding different ways that you can share the power of the third party, because even sharing the show me the money calls are also a great way that's another way to like have a third party explain the business to people. Like there's all kinds of things you can do.
We do that lots. We really focus on that.
On which one?
Third party.
Oh yeah.
Messages, phone calls, It always helps because everybody wants to hear someone else's story and, you know, someone that they don't know, right? So
totally. It's better when it's a stranger. I know that like my launch party, Cynthia came out and did my launch party, and had it not been Cynthia coming out to do it, I don't think that Steph or Kat would have joined my team. Honestly, maybe they would have, but it would have took me way more work. They just met somebody. And it also helped that Cynthia was making $11,000 a month, you know what I mean? And she got to share that with people. And that was a big deal. Like, people needed to hear that, because how many times do you hear people saying that they're making $11,000 in direct sales? It's not very common, especially knowing that they just started, 10 months earlier. So it gets people excited. It gets people like interested, and people don't believe it unless they get a chance to meet that person. People don't believe it unless they see that that person is real, and that it's not somebody who's just on stage, or there's one person that they want to talk about in the company when, there's hundreds of thousands of other people who aren't making any money. So it's cool that there's so many people making so much money in this business that you get the opportunity to see that over and over again, especially at those One Team One missions. And the beautiful thing about One Team One missions, like my favorite part of a One Team One mission, is hearing everybody's stories. So when we get to the part of the party pad where we share, we have the different leaders come up, and they usually do diamonds and up, is to share a little bit about who they are and where they came from, because we all came from different places. We all have different backgrounds. We all have different training. We all have a different history. And when people leave those One Team One missions, the one thing they usually take away from, like one of the big aha moments is, oh, it's interesting because everybody was so different. There was, all these people that are successful, and they all have such different stories. They have such different backgrounds, and their personalities are completely different. So you can see that this business, it doesn't matter who you are, you can be successful, and you get to be yourself, and you can be successful and be yourself at the same time. We're not trying to fit you into a cookie cutter mold, right? So that's beautiful. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing, Tanis. That's really cool that you have all that stuff coming up. And yeah, and one of the other big takeaways from the Cami call was she always talks about what leaders do. And, it's obvious that like how hard you work, you make a lot of money, but look at how you hustle and how you're always going and you're always running around and stuff like that. And you're traveling and you have things on the go and you're always messaging people. And so there's definitely a direct connection between success and effort. So I just wanted to share that because I think it's so important. So where are we, guys? Does anyone else have any wins they want to share? Anything that they're excited about that's coming up?
I do.
Hey, Jackie, Carr here really quick.
Sure. You know what?
I can wait.
Amanda, why don't you go, and then Cara, you're right next.
Oh, okay.
Sounds good.
I just want to say that I'm super excited for the next couple of months. Collectively, our local team has a ton of vendor fairs coming up, and there's a couple we're doing ourselves. We've had one last weekend. We have one this weekend while Tanis is in town.
Yay!
We have one the 6th, the 7th, the 13th. We're doing one the 20th at my other job.
Wow.
I'm working on one for June 3rd, and we're going to do another one at my work sometime in June. So yeah, I'm really excited, and I'm so proud, and I'm just proud to be a part of this team, and I wanted to share it with everybody. And
well, we're proud of you. Look at your calendar exploding. That's awesome. Way to go.
Well, and as far as I can see, I guess, vendor fairs have been the best way to get a lot of people in front of your product at once, and otherwise you're trying to one-on-one people, which is good, but it just takes a little bit longer. And this is like, a lot of people, coming through and asking information and getting a lot of contacts by doing raffles, and I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, I'm super excited.
Well, it is exciting. There's every reason to be excited about it. And I love that, like, it really, your calendar is a reflection of your bank account, right? And so always remember that if you're not making the money you're wanting to make, then you have to take a look at your calendar. That's the first place you need to look for evidence of why you're not where you want to be. So Never forget that. That is the most important thing you're going to take away from this call today, is that, like, if you're not making the money that you want to be making, what can you be putting on your calendar? How many more appointments can you make? How many more one team, one missions can you get to? How many more people can you connect with? You know, and I love the one-on-ones. I love the one team, one missions. I love all of it. So they're all fun. They're, you know, the one team, one missions are obviously going to be more exciting. There's more people there. You know, there's just, events create excitement. They create energy. They create magic. And so, but you know what, when we have a one team, one mission, sorry, I don't know what happened to my screen. There we go. When we have a one team, one mission, we get to share that excitement, and we have that shared energy. When we do one-on-ones, we're responsible for bringing the energy. We're responsible for bringing that state of excitement to the meeting. And so, you know, be aware of that. Tony Robbins tells us that, so it's true. That's perfect. Okay, so I love that. So Cara, are you ready to share?
Oh yeah, no worries. I was talking with Ashley just earlier, and she had mentioned something about talking with old customers and building a relationship and stuff, and you know, like how often should she be following up? And I was letting her know that even if you follow up and say 2 days and a week from now, or you know, you could do it every couple of times in a month. I just had two loyal customers sign up that I've been talking to since January, one of them since like November. So it just shows you that, like, even if like, you know, have your BOGO that's going on, or any type of thing going on, if you just follow up with them, eventually when something good comes and they're ready, they're going to sign up. And so now with having the new baby and stuff, it's kind of saved me from, not that I'm not working my business, but I just haven't been able to put as much time into it. So it's, you know, feeding itself, which is nice. So that's just kind of my win for the week, that, you know, I was planting those seeds and I got those little customers because of planting those seeds earlier.
Right.
And I always followed up with them and kept building that relationship.
That's perfect. You know what? And they say that all the time. And I know Jackie Marchant was the last person I heard say this, so I'm going to refer to her, because she always says that what's happening now is a reflection of what you did 3 months ago. You know, and so we always think that, you know, we go when we do a meeting now, we're supposed to have results now. And the reality of it is that's just not true. This is a relationship business. Sometimes you got to work on the relationship. Sometimes the timing is not right because they have stuff going on in their own lives that has nothing to do with us. You know, people are busy and things like that. But I'll tell you that most of my customers that I have that are coming in, or even distributors, it wasn't from the first time I told them about it. It was probably the 4th or 5th time, you know, that we had a chance to connect about it. I gave them a sample, and then the next time I see them, they're like, you know what, hey, I do want to order some of those greens, you know, let's connect. And then you make another an appointment and stuff like that. But it's a process. It doesn't happen. It's not like bang, bang, bang. I mean, some people's businesses are like that, but most of us, you're basically, it's a series of meetings, connections and stuff like that you're making before people are ready. So really, really great work there, Cara. And I love that you get to choose when you want to work. If you're up all night because the baby's not sleeping, you can always get on Instagram. You can always get on Facebook, shoot out some messages, share a great post and things like that. Like, what kind of business do we have that we have so much freedom that we can have a baby under our arm, you know, and we could be, it doesn't matter what time of the day or time of the night it is, we could be as effective as somebody else that's doing the same thing during the day. So that's
true.
Cool, right?
Yeah, and especially being up in the middle of the night, like think about the different time zones and the places that were open, especially if you're building on Instagram. Look for different hashtags for those places. Like I met this girl from Poland, and she's actually in the UK, that since we don't offer anything in Poland just yet. But so she's somebody that I've been talking with and working with. So I've just been looking around for adding people from different countries.
That's brilliant. Is anyone else doing that on Instagram? Nice. Cool.
That's right, Karen. I saw that.
Nice. Well, and I know Nahani's team is taking off internationally too. I mean, I don't think you didn't meet that girl on Instagram, did you, Nahani? You had a previous relationship with her, I believe. Oh, you met her online though, Facebook?
I knew the girl, our husbands worked together, and then she's actually from Norway and she's going home to Norway, and this is her cousin.
Right. Sorry, I knew you told us already, but I was trying to remember. But yeah, no, it's true. We're an international business, and we're really fortunate because we are one of the fastest growing international teams, and international is going to end up taking over the whole company, right? Like I think that anytime a company starts, you start off. That's why the highest concentration is in Michigan. And then it spreads out into the US. And then when you go internationally, that's really where you see this massive momentum. That's when we go into to become that billion-dollar company, where we become a multi-billion-dollar company, right? So that's really cool. Wait till we open up in like Mexico and Asia. Like, who's excited about that? That's going to be unreal, like unreal. Cool.
And Brazil and South America.
Who wants to go to Brazil with me?
I'll go. I'm in.
Awesome. I don't know why my screen keeps switching over.
I don't know.
You guys see that too?
Brenda keeps sharing her screen. If Brenda's on there, she must be hitting the button that says share screen.
I think she wants to share a win. Does anybody else have anything that they want? Thank you so much, Cara. That is awesome. I loved your share. That's really, really great. We're happy to, I'm super excited for you. Congratulations on the new baby, by the way. It's almost like, I can't even believe how smooth that seemed to have been. I know that I'm not in your house living there with you, but it was almost like you're pregnant and now you have a baby and everything is like, you're already on track already. It's like you're a pro. I think that it's amazing. So congratulations. We're all really excited for you.
Thank you, Jackie.
She was posting from the hospital bed. No joke.
I love it.
Cara's one of my favorite people. I love her.
You.
Oh, I love you too, Janice. But you got, that's the whole point of this business though, right? Like if you take a break, you want to show your team exactly what happened. I'm not saying if they have a baby, they have to be posting from the hospital, but you gotta
But you're not saying that.
Exactly. Well, you know,
be like
I wasn't close for business.
Yeah.
And I even blitzed the nurses too, and I gave them a little sample pack. So I was thinking, I was preparing for this.
Oh, I love it. The girl had a plan. You see that?
I did. That's the word. See, my mom brain doesn't work, and I can't get these words out. But I had a plan.
Yeah, you did. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Perfect. Anybody else have anything they want to share? I know that. Well, we want to hear from you. So share. Don't be shy.
I'll go.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I'm new. I started April 8th. I signed up for my birthday.
Wow,
So I don't have
congratulations. Welcome.
big wins. I have no loyal customers. I have 0 distributors. But I have added like hundreds of people to my Facebook, and I have people talking to me every single day. So this is great to hear just the consistency, because I want to be one of those people who signs up 100 people in the first 30 days, but that's not me. But I have honestly 5-6 people every day coming to me. I always have my greens and they're like, what is that? So it's just so positive to hear you guys, and it's motivating to just like, not that I'm doubting, I just started. But
she's awesome. She's already been on so many Zooms and
I wanted to ask, whose team are you on? Like, who's your sponsor?
Tennis.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay, so you're learning from, I'm really glad you're on this call, because one of the things that we're going to focus on this call is the whole idea of how we build online and how we make new connections. So I love that you are new and that you shared, because I know that it can be scary. And I remember when I first started and how nervous I was. So you're going to do fantastic. The fact that you just shared live in front of everybody and you're this new, I already like you so much. Like, that impresses me so much.
I got her on the phone when we were chatting. Christy was a customer first. We were chatting. The day she signed up, she's like, "This is going to change my life. I'm doing this. I'm going to the top." And I was like, "Oh yeah!" Like, when people are just ready, like. And she's been on
13 years.
Like,
yeah,
really everything. Like, she's really involved in the group chat, on the team page. She's already inviting people on for sneak peeks. And Christy, we're going to do a party for you next week too when I'm back. So I'm excited.
Okay, it's scary, but good scary.
You're not shy.
That's amazing. Well, and that's the thing though, you're just moving forward, right? Like, what's next? What's next? What's next? What's my plan? Checking in with your plan and then figuring out what's next. It's always fun. but when you have a plan, everything is so much better. And I mean, the reality about this business or any business or anything we do in life, it doesn't even matter what it is, whether you're deciding to buy a house or have a baby or get married or start a business, it all starts with the decision, right? Like because sometimes it's there and you're like, I don't know. But all of a sudden you're like, okay, I'm in, I'm doing this. Like this is happening. Where do I sign? And now what do I do next? When you make that decision, when that decision is made and you almost it's actually so much easier once that decision's made, because then you know that you're going forward. And so many times there are people who sign up who really didn't know. They're like, it's only $100, whether I decide to do it or not, I'll figure it out later. Some people do that, and then they usually end up quitting. But that's just the way it is. That's just the way this business is. What's easy to do is easy not to do. But when you have to do it because you need to make a difference in your life, because you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you're not getting the respect that you deserve, you're not getting paid what you deserve, you're not getting treated the way you know you deserve to be treated, that's kind of when you make a decision that you're going to have a better life. And this business gives that to you. And so you can take control. And again, it all starts with the decision, and you can control everything from here on out. And that is such a beautiful thing, because you know what? Women are the most powerful creatures on the planet. I'm pretty sure that's 100% true. And the thing about it is that when we make a decision to do something, we make it happen. We get it done. We don't sleep. Sometimes we don't eat. We get into a zone. And when we get into that zone, magic happens. And I think that every single person on this call knows exactly what I'm talking about. And, but it all starts with the decision. So, even a decision to be on this call, a decision to change your life, a decision to start this business, it all comes down to, once you make that decision, magic happens after that. And everything after that just actually seems easy, because we're starting to go with the flow. We're starting to go with what our calling is. We're going to where we belong. So sorry, I'm just going on a little bit of a rant. I do that.
I love it.
That's usually me, Jackie.
Pardon?
That's usually me that babbles. I'm the babbler.
Okay, so like I said,
something?
Pardon?
Can I add something?
Absolutely.
Did you listen to the DVD, like You're Worth It, from John? I think it's John something.
John Maxwell?
Again?
No, yeah, John Maxwell.
John Maxwell. Which one is it?
The one that it was on the It Works store before.
Did I listen to it? I have some John Maxwell. I don't think I have the one that was in the store. I've been to his seminars. Like, he came and spoke in Winnipeg twice. I've seen him twice live.
It's just because you said that taking the decision changed your life, and you're so true. And by taking the decision, you may not change your life, but you have to take the engagement to it, like work for it too. Like, I mean, you have to take the decision, and like, I don't know if I say it right in English, but like he said, going to the gym after New Year resolution is the decision, but the decision themselves will not change your life. You have to take the decision to go day after day after day after day, not just for 2 weeks. So what that I mean is, like,
it's action.
Yeah, do some action. So if you say you want to do this because you want to change your life, do it every day. Don't stop. Don't post like just one day and then take 2 days and not posting. Just do it every day, and that decision will change your life. Like, seriously. I never stop for 1 day. You don't want to know my paycheck.
Yeah. It's true. You're right. 100%. Making the decision is the first step. Taking action every single day after that is really what makes it happen. That's what makes the magic happen.
Yeah. And it's worth it.
Yes. And that is coming from one of the top earners in the company, you guys. Like, seriously, how long have you been with the company now?
It will be 1 year next month, May 18.
1 year next month. Okay, so what has changed in your life? What was life like a year ago for you?
I was a nurse. I wasn't really happy as a nurse. I was not the mom I wanted to be with my kids, because I was always doing night shift and being exhausted and not being at home. And I decided that after 3 months, I left my job, and I was I was changing my life with It Works. I was like, I'm in it, I'm doing it. Even though I said to Tanis, oh, it's maybe not for me. It's too hard.
You almost quit 2 months in.
It took, like, seriously, guys.
She was crying on the phone to me.
It took me
like,
27 days. 27 days to have 1 loyal customers. 27 days.
I want to hear everything you said. I want you to repeat yourself. But I want, so you, 2 months in, you wanted to quit?
Yeah, I wanted to quit because my husband wasn't really supportive.
Okay.
He was saying that I was annoying, that I was always on my phone, that I was putting too much stuff on Facebook. And yeah, and it took me 27 days to have 1 loyal customer. So I was like, maybe I'm not good at it, but I didn't like understand the fact that I need to like plant some seeds. And boom, the magic happened after 2 months. Like, it went crazy. I went diamond in 3 months, and then double in 4 and triple in 7. It was crazy. Like, seriously, guys. Yeah.
Presidential in
now, this month. It's happening.
This month.
It's happening.
But
awesome. Seriously, like, I wanted to quit. I called Tanis and I cried. And now I'm making like my year paycheck in a month. It's crazy. Like, seriously, it was my mom birthday today, and I gave her money so she can get a surgery. She's a hairdresser. She don't have money to take off. So I took care of her, and it's the first time in my life. So it was so good. We cried, and it was amazing.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. That is beautiful. There's nothing more beautiful than being able to help other people. I know that I love that you shared that. I want to talk about what you just said, but I also want to say that it didn't happen overnight for you, did it? Lots can happen in a year, but lots of stuff happened before you made a decision that you weren't going to put up with, the night shift and not being the mom that you wanted to be. There was things that happened. You thought you went to school to be a nurse. This wasn't your plan A. It might not even have been in your plan B. It might have been your plan C or your plan D. I don't really know. But the reality of it is something changed for you, something switched, and you decided to try something different. And then even 2 months after that, you almost quit. I almost quit in my 2 months too. I was 2 months in, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm not good at this. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. And you want to know what saved me? The exact same thing that saved you. And I called my upline. And I didn't want to. I was like, I don't want to bug her. My first thought was, I don't want to bug her. And then I thought, you know what? Screw her. She signed me up. I'm her responsibility somewhat, at least in the first few months. I mean, I know I wasn't going to be long-term her responsibility, but she did sign me up, and she promised to help me in my first few months, which is when distributors need us the most as leaders. And I needed my upline, and I was just feeling discouraged, and I just didn't feel like I was maybe good at what I was doing. And talking to her, she didn't even want to listen to what I had to say. I wasn't phoning her to complain about anything. I just kind of felt lost. And all she did was got me back on track. I booked another launch party. We started planning, different events and work towards the future. That's all we did. You know what I mean? I didn't need to sit there and cry about what I felt. I just needed a plan, and I needed direction. And she did that for me, and it saved my business because I went diamond the following month. And everything happened after that, because that's when I realized I had control, and that if I could get to diamond, I knew I could get anywhere I wanted in the company. So I want to hear more about your journey. So then you talked to Tanis, and then you jumped back in and you were ready to go. Was it just one day that you felt like quitting? Was it a week?
It was a couple days, maybe 2-3 days. I was down. I was sad. I was feeling left alone by my husband. I'm trying to do something here, being happy. We just have one life. And then I was like, screw you. And I'm doing it. I'm going to show you that I can do this. Seriously. And I was like, what is my why? Why did I say that I want to try this? I went back to basic, and I was like, I want to do this for me. I want to do this for me. I want to prove him. I want to prove all of them, all the people that's saying that I'm annoying, because I'm sure you get some message from your people on Facebook. Oh, why are you posting that much stuff about your product? And I'm like, it's my business. You can stay my friend. If you don't want to see, you can just click unfollow. That's it. Like, I'm not trying to be mean with you. If you're not happy, just unfollow me. And I was like, screw everyone. I'm doing it.
I love that.
And it was really like, after that, I was like, I'm never going to be negative. Like, since then, I'm sure Tanis knows, I never say to her anything really negative. Like, I was like, if my like brain is positive, everything will happen. And it's true. Everything happened.
That's beautiful. I love it. And that's such a great testimony because, like, you guys, everybody is going to go through a point where you feel like quitting. It doesn't matter. I mean, that's just how it is. And that's just how everything is. I mean, like, sometimes you want to quit being a parent. I'm sure there's days where you're like, and you just want to like pull your hair out. I'm sure there's days where you feel like you just want to, quit your, whatever it is that you're doing. It doesn't matter. You can compare it to friendships, relationships, businesses, and everything like that. Nothing's ever going to be perfect in life. It's just not. But the beautiful thing about it is that you can get up the next day, you can shake yourself off, and you can start from scratch, and you can create anything you want. You can, by creating your mindset and deciding how you want to feel about things, you have the power within you to decide how things are going to pan out. You have all that power. And so don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't do things, because sometimes it's super funny, because I always think it's ironic that when somebody tells you can't do something, it always gives you so much more fuel to get it done, right? And like, and exactly what you said, your husband's like, oh, you're wasting your time. And you're like, oh, I'll show you. And like, come on, your husband's eaten his words how many times now? I'm sure of it.
Yeah, he joined last month. It took him a long time to decide that he wants to do it. But when he saw my commission from January, February, he was like, okay, I'm doing it.
Well, your husband a professional hockey player?
Yeah, he's playing in the East Coast League. He has a contract in the American League, but we are like down and up and down and up. So
you're traveling all the time. So, but he gets paid pretty well, I'm assuming, right? Like professional athletes get paid pretty well. No, not as good as It Works distributors.
No,
not at all.
No, they don't.
And we have crappy apartments.
I'm saying that because it was the same, right? So
yeah, you used to be the same, Dennis. Yeah. No, it's crappy.
Unless you're an NHL player, hockey player making $1 you don't make much. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good to know. Well, either way, it's nice that the beautiful thing is that you can make enough income to do whatever.
I want him to retire.
Right. Time to retire. Well,
I quit it.
Right. And I also want to say, too, the fact that you were able to pay for your mom's surgery is one of the most incredible things that this business gives us the opportunity to do. I know that before I started with It Works, I was actually afraid of success. And I know that to some people, that's going to sound really ridiculous. What do you mean you're afraid of success? And then to the other half of the people, you're sitting there going, oh, my God, I can totally relate to that. It terrifies me. And so whichever one you are, I know that I used to be terrified of success. That scared me. It scared me to make money. I thought people would talk about me. I thought people would be judging me. I thought that, I was afraid that people thought that maybe I didn't deserve to have success. And I was having a conversation with a mentor of mine at the time, and I expressed that I had this huge fear of success. And then she asked me what I was passionate about and what drove me. And I said, well, animals. I love animals. I want to help them all. I don't want to see any pain and suffering. And then she basically said to me that the worst thing I could do for poor people is be one of them. And that if I ever really truly wanted to help animals, the only way for me to do that is to become successful. As a cat walks across Karen. But that was a big aha moment for me, because it gave me permission to realize that being successful, really, it wasn't about me. And the truth of the matter is, people are going to talk about you anyways. It doesn't matter what other people think. It really makes no difference. They're not paying your bills. They're not over there helping you fold your laundry and clean your dishes and do those things. So the same people that we're worried about who are judging us, they're really it doesn't matter what they think. It makes no difference, and the reality of it is that there's a lot of people in this business who were once haters. They once were like, I would never do that. You know what I mean? And now they're doing this business because they changed their mind. So you can't put a lot of weight on what other people think, because the reality of it is that people change their minds all the time, and people aren't thinking about us the way we think that they are. No one really cares what we have going on. You know what I mean? Unless they're ready to join our team and join our business, or they want to use our product, or whatever it is, they have their own things going on. They have their own life, their own businesses, their own families to think about and things like that. So try not to worry about what anybody else thinks. If you have a fear of success, share it, talk about it, because the only way for you to get past these things is to actually talk about them, because they're real, legit things. They're not real things, but we think they are in our heads. And once you can share it, you can kind of realize that it's not rational. It's actually an irrational fear. You guys understand what I mean when I say it's an irrational fear? You're not going to die when you become successful. There's nothing to be afraid of. And so once you kind of realize that, it's really freeing, and you can really understand that you deserve that success that you worked hard for, and that you are here to create for your life, for your family, and for your legacy. So Carol-Ann, thank you so much for sharing. I love hearing from you, because what you've done in 1 year is incredible. And I know that you must work your butt off and not sleep, and you're always connecting with people. And so I'm really excited to have you on the call. Do you want to share a little bit about how you grow your business, and how, like, kind of like, because you this is the first time you've done a business like this, am I correct?
I did Beachbody before, but it wasn't really for work. It was just for training and use their product, but it wasn't really working for me. I didn't really work it.
So when you started with It Works, like how do you grow your business? Do you grow online? Do you do parties? Like, how do you grow your business?
At first, I was just using Facebook. And then during the summer, like last summer, I did a couple like wrap party with my team. And I'm trying to do more now. But I did a lot of online party, and it's really working for my team, like online wrap party, and it does work. But the thing that I think works the more for my team, it's just like keeping them doing the step to success, like as easy as 1, 2, 3, like not complicated anything, like just do this and then we'll talk. Like it's gonna be easy. Because if it's too hard, you just start. I just, like Christy, you just start. So if it's too complicated, you'll be scared. And you don't want someone to be scared. So we're just using the step, and that's it. And keeping, like, contact with them.
Totally. I love that. Simple, right? Like, it's not easy. Like, you know what I mean? Like we always say it's not easy, but it is simple. Yeah. It's really, you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, right? And
yeah.
And
I'm telling them, like my story, it's going to take time. Like, you're not going to have customer right away, and it's okay. Don't worry. Don't panic. I'm here, but just plant some seed, and then they will come back to you. And a no is not really a no, so just wait. Mm-hmm. And it's less scary.
You guys, Carol-Ann, I met her online, and it took her a year to join. I kept following up with her. She ignored me.
Yeah, I was that bad girl that was saying,
but you know what? A lot of times people are like that. I always tell girls, like, if someone says no to you, so many times people stop following up with people. Like, someone says no to them once, and then they don't. That's the biggest thing in network marketing. I forget who posted it the other day, but the biggest reason why a lot of people don't succeed in this is they just give up. They give up so quick, right? I mean, Chelsea was another one, and Chelsea and I knew each other from a long time ago. Anytime I would mention the business, she'd stop talking to me. But then if I talked about something else, she talked to me, right?
Right.
So people, when you're building those relationships, that's the key part. I mean, there's so many girls who I know, even there's someone on here right now, like, she just started and she's like, oh, nothing's happening. But I'm like, you just started, right? Like, it doesn't, you're not going to become an ambassador diamond in 1 month, it doesn't happen like that.
Even if you did, you wouldn't maintain it. So don't even.
It's simple what we do, right? Just not everybody's going to do it. I know Jackie and I talked for 2 hours earlier. I mean, what we do, anyone can do it. It's just some people will complain. And I know there was a girl on my team that I was chatting with yesterday. I don't even know the girl, and I was messaging her because I saw something on her Facebook that just wasn't acceptable. And Carol-Ann's smiling at me, and I messaged her, and she's like, oh, well, I quit the business a while ago. I was like, didn't you just join? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. So I mean, if people are, and people always have those hard times where they're going through things and they want to give up, right? But then there's some people who just are going to throw in the towel, unfortunately, right? So, and you know, you have to focus on the people who really want it, and the people who are showing up, and the people who want to learn, right? So I love these Zooms. We do parties, we have so much going on. It's up to people to want to get involved, right? So
it's totally true. Well, you know what? I still always remember the saying is poor people make poor decisions. And so people come in, they don't really decide that they're going to join the business. They throw some money down because, well, what do you got to lose? What's easy to do is easy not to do. And then they can't figure out why they can't get ahead in life. But they don't stick to anything. They don't make any real decisions and stuff.
Exactly.
That's okay. You know what I mean? Like, you know, this business isn't for everybody. And nothing is. You're never going to make 100% of the people happy 100% of the time. It doesn't exist. This business is for people who are self-starters, who want more to life, who don't like having a boss, who are independent thinkers, who are independent workers, who are motivated by their own family's well-being, by the legacy that they want to create, and by doing good things in their community. You know, not everybody cares about those things. Those things might not matter. Sometimes people just want to go to work. They want to be told what to do, and they want to be told when they can go to the bathroom, when they can take vacation, and when they can go home. And that's not for me. I did that for 10 years. I know what that feels like. And I could never, ever, ever go back to that now, ever. I think that this business is an incredible opportunity that anybody that puts their mind to it, and I mean anybody that puts their mind to it, because people come in and they don't put their mind to it. But if you do, you can create absolutely anything that you want for your future and your family. We have something that is very unique. You're not going to find another It Works. Like, It Works is an incredible company, and we're like the trifecta. You know, we have the corporation that like has our back. You know, the family structure and the heart of the company, it is incredible. You can't beat Mark and Pam. Like, they are top-notch individuals. And then you have our compensation plan that I have never seen anything better than. I feel like you could just print money. Like, it's incredible what that compensation plan does. And then you have a product that nobody else has and everybody wants. So, I mean, I don't know what more you could possibly ask for in an opportunity. And some people are still not going to see it, and that's totally okay. You know, this isn't for everybody. And but that's why, you know, it's such a unique thing, is because, you know, you can do so many things with it.
Jackie, I found that saying I wanted to share with you guys. It's from Eric Worre. 5 reasons you didn't get your prospects signed up. You failed to follow up with them. You accepted their first no. You assumed they wouldn't be interested. You overinflated the opportunity. You made it about you instead of them.
I love the last one.
Well, I mean, it's, you guys I think most of us always get, you know, people sending us, I mean, I get all the time someone sending me about like a different company or a product. I'm just like, I'm always nice, because I'm like, this person just doesn't know, and I don't want to kill their dream, right? I don't want to be like, but I know some girls are mean to people. Like, I mean, I'm just nice about it, because I don't know. I'm like, at least they're, you know, trying. They just don't know what they're doing, right? So
it's true. Well, you know, and you can't, like, I like to educate people instead of giving them, you know, flack for things that they don't understand. Yeah. I've been in the business for 11 and a half years. And so when I see people making mistakes, I feel like it's our duty to kind of like maybe just point them in the right direction. I've had people approach me too for other businesses. They're like, well, do you want to do like, and I'm like, are you asking me to do 2 MLMs at the same time? And they're like, yeah, like they think it's a good thing. And I'm like, yeah, we don't do that. It's not a thing. So, I mean, you just, you know, but you want to let them know that that's, you know, it's kind of forbidden, and that, you know, but instead of like making fun of them, because I've seen the other aspect of it too, where people are really mean about the way other people are approaching their business, instead of just, you know, letting them know what they should be doing. But yeah, no, you're right, Tanis. There's a right way and a wrong way to do things. And I love your explanation of like what Eric Worre said. These are the reasons why. Like, are we guilty of any of these things? And sometimes we have to go back and go, you know what, maybe I didn't follow up enough with that person, or maybe I should have, you know, I need to connect with them again too, because sometimes these people that are some of the most incredible people in our businesses are the ones we had to wait the longest for. Right? It's true. And so I know that for myself, I wasn't ready right away. Cynthia told me about the opportunity in October. I went to her launch party in February, and I didn't sign up till I think July. So it wasn't about her though. It was about me and my timing. You know, I think I would have signed up if she had asked me earlier, but she didn't follow up with me and she didn't ask me actually at all. I followed her, but I actually think that that's interesting too, because now look at where I am. You know what I mean? I came looking for this opportunity. I came looking for this business. I had questions I needed answers for. Someone asked earlier about online parties. And I think that's important for us to share about that, because I know that that's like Facebook is where this business is going. If you're not on Facebook growing your business, then you're really just cheating yourself. I mean, I love parties as much as the next person, but the reality of it is that you can only, you know, there's only so many parties that you're going to want to have locally. But when you have an online party, you can touch so many more people. I have people on our online party that are in Australia. And especially like when we were talking about earlier, where Cara was saying how she has contacts in all these different countries. Well, you want to get these people who are now your contacts onto the online parties. So the way the online parties work is we have them on Thursdays, and Denise's team runs them, and the leaders are always circulating who's running them. I'm not sure the next one that we're doing, but I'll definitely keep you guys posted. And you want to invite your contacts to these online parties, and kind of the thing, it's all done for you really. You just have to get them there. And then we share about the products, we share about the opportunity, you get to see other people's interaction. And then when we do parties, we always pick winners, and they're always a blast. The nice thing about it is they're short, they're sweet, they're an hour, they're so effective. We talked earlier about the power of having the third party. You're having the third party online, and it's so much simpler and easier. So whoever asked about the online parties, talk about your upline, get on one, watch to see how it works, and then invite people to that one or the next one, because maybe you want to see what it seems like. For some reason, online parties are confusing if you don't know what it is. I remember before I ever went to one, I couldn't wrap my head around what it was. And then I went to one, I'm like, okay, that is really simple, and I was overcomplicating it. So if you've never been to an online party, you just need to go and check it out, and you'll be amazed at how simple and effective it actually is. I want to first of all thank everybody who shared on the call. It's you guys that make these calls so great. I love hearing your stories. I love hearing about your wins. I also love hearing about your losses too, because they're always growing. I mean, and it's not really necessarily a loss, but sometimes they're setbacks. Like, we wanted to quit. I think that probably every single person on this call can relate to that, right? And so that's very valuable information to know that you're not alone. You're not the only person who thought, oh, maybe I shouldn't go to the wrap party tonight because I got cramps. No, you need to get there because you want to get to your goals. So choosing the priorities and knowing what people are doing in order to get to where they want to be, I think is really important for you guys to know about how this business works. So we don't always, one of the most important things that I want to tell you guys is that we don't work our business because we feel like it. We do it because we want to change our futures. So if you're feeling like you don't want to get on the call, you don't want to get out the door, that's normal. It's 100% normal. Once you get in the car, once you get in the door, when you're doing a home party and stuff like that, it's not about you anymore, and everything actually gets a lot easier. And so you just got to push yourself to get it done. Showing up is like 99%. If you can just show up for everything, you're going to go up. So with that,
can I give a huge shout out?
Sure.
Yeah, my team had lots of promotions, and I mean, there's lots more coming up. But Chelsea went VIP. Chelsea promoted, and a lot of the other girls and their new promotions, and lots of other big promotions coming up. And I know Jackie and I talk about this lots, and I even talk about it with my team. And anything can happen in a month. Anything can happen. Like, you can sign a rock star tomorrow, and you can promote to diamond or whatever your next rank is. Like, anytime, like, once you put your mind to it, you make the decision. And I know I was even chatting with Denise about this. Once you make the decision that you're going to do it, you're going to do it. And it doesn't matter. You don't need to, you don't need to get there like, in 5 minutes, like Carol Ann, right? Like, not everyone's going to be like that, right? I mean, it doesn't matter if your time frame is different, right? Like, anyone can do this. And, I'm going down to see Robin and her team because they're just really taking off, and I want to help all them, right? And the more you're connecting and working with your team and showing up, the biggest thing is showing up. Like, I don't think I ever miss a Zoom or a call. I mean, there's so many Zooms and parties and calls and stuff right now. I mean, I could literally be on 24/7, but the more you show up, whether you don't have a distributor or not yet, just get on everything you can, you know, and anything can happen in a month. You know, you can start promoting every single month. So that's what I like so much about this business. Things can change so quick, right? Like, it's just crazy.
Well, I feel like it's exactly like what we said earlier. You work, and all of a sudden everything changes. You know, you feel like you're in quicksand, and then all of a sudden you feel like you've been catapulted and you're flying. So there's a lot of that in this business. I like what you had to say is 100% true. And you know, getting on everything is important, but also writing things down is important too. You know, you have to write down your goals. You have to write down your aha moments. You know, every time I'm on a call or if I'm listening to something, even if I've listened to it a few times, there's always something new I'm going to take away from it. And I learn best when I write it down. And you guys, like, I didn't start like reading, writing, and spelling till I was like 30. So only 10 years now. I write things down. I have to try and figure out, like, not anymore. My writing's way better now. Actually, it looks pretty good, to be honest. But like, there was a point where I couldn't read my own writing, or it took me a while to try and figure it out, you know? And so I know there's other people that go through the same things where they struggle to like get the pen to paper. I'm telling you guys, it's worth it. Even if you're the only one that can read it, and even if you're embarrassed to read your own writing, you will only get better if you practice, and you only create those good habits of taking notes and making like a point of like what you want to learn if you write it down. I can't tell you how many times going back and reading through my notes has saved me when I have been going through rough times where I can't remember, you know what I mean? Like what I want to work on or what I want to train on. And when I skim through my notes, I'm like, oh yeah. And it just brings everything back to you. And so writing things down, maybe you're really good at it. Maybe it's something that's super easy for you and it just happens, then awesome. If it's something you struggle with, do it anyways. My advice is just do it anyways, you know, and no one's going to see it. Nobody cares what you're writing down. It's just for you. But for you, for a gift for yourself, to be a professional businesswoman, my suggestion is write it down and fill your calendar. That's what I got for you guys from this week's call. So we're going to wrap it up. Thank you guys all for joining us. And I'm excited I hope you guys all get on the call again next Wednesday. I'm excited to hear more people sharing their wins and what they've been working on. And I'm really excited for you guys. This is a really exciting time of year we're going into. Everybody's going to be ready for bathing suits and beaches and vacations and everything like that. So, you know, share that excitement. Does anybody have any last minute things before we end the call? No? Well, then I want to thank you guys for sharing on the call. Tanis, Carol-Ann, like everybody who shared, I really appreciate you guys being on and sharing your wisdom and your experience with everybody. And
we're all here because of you.
Kinda. You guys did the work. I'm just here to pull you guys together, and I really care about you guys, and I want to see you guys all growing, your checks, your team, your business, because I want you guys to be living those dreams that you deserve and that you're capable of. And never forget, you are the most powerful force there is. You have everything inside of you to create anything you want. That's it. You guys have a great night. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.